which newspaper on November 3rd, 1940?
36.
He knew it, Osprey being the other. You are right for 10 points.
The Risen.
You got them all, 1, 2, and 3. Very quickly, teams, how many legs does a ball? All tied up, and we have about 2 minutes to play. And that's the end of our round. An interesting round it was indeed.
New Hampshire Public Television is proud to present Granite State Challenge. Major funding for Granite State Challenge was provided by the New Hampshire Lottery, celebrating 30 years and $300 million to education in the Granite State. Additional funding was provided by Public Service of New Hampshire, energy specialists for homes and businesses throughout the state, supporting high-quality educational programming for viewers of all ages. Digital Equipment Corporation, where we believe a commitment to education is an investment in the future, everyone's future. And Lockheed Sanders, who proudly supports New Hampshire Public Television's educational programs on behalf of its employees and the community.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another game of Granite State Challenge. This is it, our final opening round game. We have had 15 teams already win contests to move on into second round play, and now we have 2 more teams ready to do battle tonight. The winner also to move into our second round of competition, which begins next week. Let's show you where the 2 teams are from for tonight's game. First of all, we have the Green Wave of Dover High School. They are from the city of Dover, located in the Seacoast region of the Granite State. The team is Dover High School. Let's meet the players.
Hi, I'm Marjorie Lawrence, and I'm a senior.
I'm Jonathan Stevens, and I'm a junior.
I'm Josh Young, and I'm a junior.
I'm Tom Reese, and I'm a junior.
And with us also for the program this evening, the coaches of the team, they are Brian Comiskey and Corin Meehan. The alternates are Maggie Urban and Michael Cheeseman, and they are the Green Wave of Dover High School. And now we'll take a moment to introduce you to their opponents for tonight's game, they being the Astros of Pinkerton Academy. They are from the town of Derry, located in the southern portion of the Granite State. The team is Pinkerton Academy. Let's meet the players.
Hi, I'm Adrian Dancer, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Randy Fash, and I'm a junior.
I'm Brad Gagney, and I'm also a junior.
I'm Chris Williams, and I'm a junior.
With us also for the program this evening, the coach of the team, he is Alan Buzz Burnham. The alternates are Mike King and Beth Sylvester, the Astros of Pinkerton Academy. And just before we head into round number 1, let me just take a moment to introduce our judges for tonight's game. They are Dan Moynihan of Spalding High School of Rochester. He is on the left, and Michael Sands of St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Dover on the right. Thanks to Dan and Michael for being our judges tonight. Well, here we go. We've done it for 15 weeks. We'll do it again tonight. 4 rounds. We have 10-point toss-up rounds. We've got a bonus round and a 60-second round we'll tell you all about. But right now, Dover and Pinkerton, these are 10-point toss-up questions. Good luck. Here we go. What does Hans Christian Andersen's ugly duckling turn into, Adrian of Pinkerton?
A swan.
A swan at the end of his story. You're right for your 10 points. For another 10 points, we want you to identify the Paris prison stormed at the start of Marjorie of Dover.
The Bastille?
The Bastille at the start of the French Revolution in 1789. So that's the way it should be. Each team on the scoreboard early, and here we go into round 1. On which planet is the atmospheric storm called the Great Josh of Dover?
Jupiter.
Is right. The Great Red Spot is located on Jupiter. Very quickly now, teams, name the 2 most populous cities in the United States. Marjorie of Dover.
New York and Los Angeles?
Is correct, Chicago being 3rd. In 1992, which Massachusetts city marked the 300th anniversary, Chris, of Pinkerton?
Salem.
Of its famous witch trials. Is right. Salem is correct for 10 points. Good anticipation, good round going, still early in our game. Here's a 10-pointer. Sicily, the largest island in the Mediterranean, is an autonomous region of which country? Marjorie of Dover.
Italy.
Correct for another 10 points for the Green Wave. For the first time tonight, teams, let's take a look at the monitor in the studio and name Adrian of Pinkerton.
J. Edgar Hoover.
This man who served as director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, is correct. Another 10-pointer. Which term designates an explosive sound that results when the shock wave caused by an airplane, Adrian of Pinkerton?
Sonic boom.
A sonic boom is right for another 10 points. Listen carefully now. If each step in a staircase is 12 inches high, how many steps are in a staircase 15 feet high? Jonathan of Dover
15.
is correct. 15 is right. What is the nationality of Boutros Ghali, the UN Secretary General? Tom of Dover
Egyptian.
is correct. Another 10 points for the Green Wave. He's Egyptian. For another 10 points, what does poet Carl Sandburg say comes on little cat feet? Marjorie of Dover.
The night.
Pinkerton. Brad.
Bad luck.
It's fog. Fog comes. Here's another 10-point toss-up. Name the English naturalist who wrote On the Origin of Species. Brad of Pinkerton.
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin is correct. Still early into our game. Good round going, teams. Keep it up. In the aftermath of which 1962 crisis did President Kennedy, Marjorie of Dover,
Cuban Missile Crisis.
is right, and Nikita Khrushchev exchanged letters. Name the American inventor of the first commercially successful steamboat, the Claremont. Marjorie of Dover
Fulton.
is right. Robert Fulton. For another 10 points, which weather phenomena causing unusual weather around the world bears the Spanish name for child? Brad of Pinkerton.
El Nino.
El Nino is correct. All right, just under 3 minutes to play in our opening round, teams. 2 answers are now needed to this. Listen to the following, and then we'll ask.
As he said many times in many parts of this nation, to those he touched and who sought to touch him, some men see things as they are and say why. I dream things that never were and say why not.
We want you to name both the speaker, Adrian of Pinkerton,
Teddy Kennedy and John F. Kennedy.
Josh of Dover.
Ted Kennedy's the speaker. It's Bobby Kennedy's funeral.
Is correct. The brother being Robert Kennedy is correct. Well done, and here's another 10-point toss-up question. In 1991, the Russian Republic declared its sovereignty in the breakup of the USSR. Josh of Dover.
Boris Yeltsin.
Can repeat it all for Pinkerton. In 1991, the Russian Republic declared its sovereignty in the breakup of the USSR. Spell sovereignty. Randy.
Sovereignigy.
It is Sovereignty. Let's go with another 10-point toss-up, just under 2 minutes to play. Which act did a U.S. government panel override in 1992 when it permitted limited logging in several areas inhabited by the northern spotted owl? We're looking for the Endangered Species Act. You may want paper and pen for the following. It's right in front of you. If on a map 1/3 of an inch equals 1 mile, how long is a road that is 1.5 inches on the map? Map is 1/3 inch equals 1 mile. Jonathan of Dover.
4 1/3 miles.
Pinkerton. We're looking for 4.5 miles. 4.5 miles. Here's another 10-pointer. Final minute of our first round. Which Great Lake is the smallest, the lowest in elevation? Josh of Dover.
Ontario.
Is right. Lake Ontario. Very quickly now, teams. Which college, founded in 1636, Adrian of Pinkerton.
Harvard.
Harvard in Cambridge, Massachusetts is right. Are there 12, 14, 18, or 24 time zones on the Earth? Marjorie of Dover.
24.
Is correct. Of Bermuda, Barbados, the Bahamas, and Martinique, which one is not located in the Caribbean? Brad of Pinkerton.
Bermuda.
Bermuda is right for another 10 points for the Astros. All right, late into our round, here's another 10-point toss-up question. What do we want you to do? Well, we don't want you to do anything right now, but relax as the whistle blows. Good round of play with Dover getting the early lead, 110-80 over Pinkerton. So let's travel over here and meet up with this Dover team that got the early lead of Marjorie, Jonathan, Josh, and Tom. Got the early lead, ready to go now, right?
Already.
Feeling comfortable?
Yep.
Very good. Tell us a little bit about yourself, some of your activities, Marjorie.
Well, of course, I'm on the math team at school. I participate in CERT, which is a discussion group at UNH that I really enjoy. And I'm hoping to do some acting at the local theater in my town.
Very good. And a senior, you're looking ahead to next year at schools already?
Yep.
And came in for a nice honor recently?
National Merit semifinalist.
Very good. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
Jonathan, some of your activities.
I'm on the math team. I play the French horn in the marching band, and I'm on the diving team.
Very good. And the diving team, is it a school sport or is it just for the town? Or?
It's for the school and for the seacoast.
Very good. Doing some diving, huh? Right in the middle of the winter as well?
Yep.
Very good. Josh, some of your activities.
I played football, and I'm involved in a tutoring program at the junior high.
Oh, very good. Football, what position did you play?
Defensive end.
Defensive end, one of the big guys that won't allow the guys to get around the corner, right? Is that you? Say yes.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. You are. Tom, tell us some of your activities.
I'm in Search, I'm in Latin Club, and I collect comic books.
Oh, collect comic books. Tell us a little bit about that. What is the big collection all about? Do you have any favorites?
Not right now.
Not right now. Any that are going to make you big bucks down the road?
Hopefully.
Well, I hope so, too. That is the team from Dover High School. All right, this will now come into our second round. Our second round is our bonus round, so we'll ask the alternates to work themselves up and join up with their teams. As they do that, we'll tell you that we still have 10-point toss-up questions, but the team that identifies the toss-up correctly has a chance at additional bonus points. In addition, they have their alternates with them, so the whole team is together. Good luck, Dover and Pinkerton. Good game going. Those with your hands on the buzzer, we want you to listen to this brief piece of music, then tell me the name of the opera. Josh of Dover.
Carmen.
Yes, sir. Carmen. Josh, our defensive end and opera expert, comes up with Carmen. As we come over to Dover, Marjorie, you have everybody up there. You can talk together. Your choice of categories are colors, U.S. history, and government agencies.
U.S. history.
U.S. history will be, you can talk to everybody. Marjorie, I take your answer for the team answer for 5 points apiece. Identify each of the following. War with which the cry, "Remember the Maine," is associated.
Spanish-American War.
Is correct. New Hampshire school teacher remembered each year on January 28th.
Chris McAuliffe.
Correct. Civil rights leader who is remembered for saying in 1963, "I have a dream."
Martin Luther King Jr.
15 out of 15 on the bonus. All right, here's another 10-point toss-up for your teams. Name the only U.S. president born in Georgia. Adrian of Pinkerton.
Jimmy Carter?
Is correct. Jimmy Carter is right. So we'll come right over to you, Pinkerton. Adrian, you have all your team with you. Your categories are colors, government agencies, or polygons.
Colors?
Polygons, sounds intriguing.
Colors. Colors.
They like them all. You like them?
Colors, please.
Which will it be? Colors?
Colors,
All right. Again, Adrian, you can talk to everybody. I take your answer as a team answer for 5 points apiece. Identify each of the following by giving a word or phrase that includes a color. Way of talking with an endless stream of chatter.
White noise? Talk blue streak?
Blue streak is correct for 5 points. Object or gift unwanted by the owner but difficult to get rid of.
White elephant? White elephant?
Correct. Something that draws attention away from the matter at hand.
Red something. Red herring. Red herring?
Is right. 15 out of 15 on the bonus. Good teamwork. Very good teamwork, and we go with another 10-point toss-up. Name the Jupiter-bound vehicle that had the first ever Randy of Pinkerton.
Voyager.
You can repeat it all for Dover. Name the Jupiter-bound vehicle that had the first ever spacecraft encounter with an asteroid in 1991. Marjorie?
Apollo.
It is Galileo. Here's another 10-point toss-up. To which part of the body does the word pectoral refer? Brad of Pinkerton.
The chest.
The chest or the breast is correct for your 10 points. So let's come back over to the Astros. We have government agencies, polygons, or baseball.
Polygons? Polygons.
Polygons by default, I think. Here we go for 5 points apiece. Identify the following polygons. A 6-sided polygon
Hexagon.
is correct. A 9-sided polygon.
Nonagon?
Correct. A three-sided polygon.
Triangle.
Don't you wish you took it earlier? 15 out of 15 on the bonus. All right, here's another 10-pointer. Who wrote I Never Saw a Moor, I Never Saw Marjorie of Dover?
Emily Dickinson.
It must be the way I read that she got that quickly. Yes, you're right. Emily Dickinson is correct for the 10 points. Well, how about government agencies, baseball, or mathematicians?
God. Government agencies.
Government agencies. It'll be identify the government agency or department from the initials given. FDA.
Food and Drug Administration.
Correct. FDIC.
Communications. Federal Department of something in communications.
FDIC, answer.
Federal Department of Intelligence and Communications.
Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and a DOT.
Department of the Treasury.
Judges? No. Department of Transportation is the DOT. 5 out of 15 on their bonus. All right, we have time for another 10-pointer. Here's a 10-pointer. Which ex-Louisiana governor was killed in 1935? Adriana Pinkerton.
Huey Long?
Huey Long is correct for the 10 points. So back to you, Astros, with baseball, mathematicians, or middle names.
Baseball.
Baseball. Baseball.
Two baseball people up there, one. Identify the three categories of baseball's Triple Crown Award. And then just talk it over, and Adrian, you'll have to give me the answers.
Home runs, RBIs, and batting averages?
15 out of 15 on baseball. All right, let us take another 10-point toss-up, and we'll do that a little bit. Look at this. We're halfway home. Pinkerton, 155. Dover, 150 after 2 rounds of play. All right, that ends up round number 2. We'll ask the alternates to work themselves back to their front row seat as we come up and talk with Adrian and Randy and Brad and Chris. Like that second round a little bit better, huh?
Oh, yes.
Got right back into the hunt, and now we've got a big battle the rest of the way. Tell us a little bit about yourself and some of your activities. Adrian.
Well, besides Granite State Challenge, I'm involved with The Tower, which is the school's literary magazine. I both submit entries and help to evaluate which ones go in. I'm also involved with the Audiovisual Association and the Art Club, and outside of school, I like reading Ayn Rand's novels and playing bass guitar.
Very good. And you're a senior, so you're looking for schools right about now.
Yes, pretty much around the area.
Very good. We wish you well.
Okay, thank you.
And Randy, some of your activities.
Well, I'm a junior, and I play sports of cross country, basketball, and baseball.
Cross country season was a good one, I hope.
Oh, yeah, we're looking good.
Yeah, and the winter season is what?
Basketball.
What is it? Basketball. So you're right in the middle, and baseball is spring training just ahead.
Oh, yeah, starting to warm
Time
up.
do you study in all of this?
Yeah, it's tough, but
I'm sure it is. You get in a little bit of studying. Brad, some of your activities.
Hey, well, do the winter season, I like to ski and also ice fishing. It's, you know, it's kind of cold because my father always drags me up to Lake Winnipesaukee, but it's
Does he
fun.
do this with your approval or your non-approval? We'll get to the root of this.
Well, occasionally I like it, but I did freeze my leg one time, so it's...
My goodness. But
yeah.
we hope you come away with better success this year. So, you know, some big ones out of the lake.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Very good. Let's hope so. Chris, some of your activities.
Well, I'm also on Tower, and I'm the manager of the baseball team.
Oh, our season, I like baseball, you understand, is coming soon. Spring training right around the corner, right?
Yep, it
Let's
should be
hope
good.
it comes real soon.
Yeah.
That is the team from Dover High School. All right, we're ready to come into our third round now. Our third round is our 60-second round. Each team will be asked 10 questions. They get 10 points for every correct answer. They'll get a bonus of 10 points if they get them all right in under a minute. So each team is battling for as much as 110 points. The team trailing gets the first choice of category. And because of the 5-point difference, we come over to Dover. We'll tell you choose from the letter M, elements and atomic numbers, and the world's highest points. The letter M, elements and atomic numbers, and the world's highest points.
The letter M.
The letter M. Again, Marjorie, you can talk to everybody up there. I take your answer as the team answer. Identify each of the following by giving an answer beginning with the letter M. Start the clock. Messenger of the gods in Roman mythology.
Mercury.
Correct. Document sealed by King John in 1215.
Magna Carta.
Correct. Powerful person or any of the conquerors of India.
Maharaja.
Judges, think of that. Shooting star or falling star.
Meteorite.
Judges, think of that. California desert, site of the epicenter of a 1992 earthquake.
Mojave.
Correct. Author of The Heart is a Lonely Hunter.
McCullen.
Judges, think of that. Decorative knotting technique now used in wall
Macrame.
hangings. Correct. In education, the practice of teaching handicapped children with non-handicapped children.
Mainstreaming.
Correct. A grain used in brewing to convert cereal starches to sugars.
Malt.
Correct. Self-governing island group in the Central Pacific and part of the U.S.
Malta.
They said Malta, judges. It was Marshall Islands. How many judges? 8 out of 10 they're going to get on the 62nd round. All right, that's well done, Dover. So now we'll come over to Pinkerton and tell you you can choose from elements and atomic numbers or the world's highest points.
Elements. Wait, the elements.
We'll go with the elements and atomic numbers. Again, Adrian, you can talk to everybody. I take your answer as the team answer. Identify the chemical element from the atomic number given. Start the clock. 1.
Hydrogen.
Correct. 6.
Carbon. Carbon.
Correct. 8.
Oxygen. Oxygen.
Correct. 7.
Nitrogen.
Correct. 10.
Neon. Neon.
Correct. 13.
Aluminum.
Correct. 47.
Lead. Copper. Copper.
It is silver. 79.
Something radioactive. What? Radium. Something like that. Radium.
It is gold. 92.
Radium. Plutonium.
Uranium. And 2.
Helium.
Correct. Judges? 7 out of 10 on their 62nd round. Tough category indeed. So we complete 3 rounds, and as a result of that, we just switched the lead by 5 points. Dover takes the lead by 5 points, 230 to 225, and now Pinkerton, now Dover. No more talking the rest of the way. These are all 10-point toss-ups. Good luck. Great game going. The winner moves on to our second round. For 10 points, let's look at the monitor. In August, this child was taken from her adoptive parents and delivered. Marjorie of Dover.
Baby Jessica.
Baby Jessica, name her or the parents who lost the custody battle. For 10 points, which 13th, 14th century Italian visited the court of Kublai Khan? Adrian of Pinkerton.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo is right for your 10 points. Which term is used in zoology to describe any appendage adapted for seizing, grasping, and holding on? Brad of Pinkerton.
Pincers.
Can repeat for Dover. Which term is used in zoology to describe any appendage adapted for seizing, grasping, and holding on, especially in reference to tails of monkeys? We're looking for prehensile. Prehensile. 3 minutes to play, teams. Which term designates a period of economic contraction, especially following Marjorie of Dover?
Recession.
Recession, a period of increasing business activity. What name is given to a polynomial with 2 terms? Brad of Pinkerton.
A binomial.
A binomial is right. Give the full name of a personal retirement plan called an IRA. Tom of Dover.
Individual retirement account.
Is right. Individual retirement account. For another 10 points, what job is held by the man who stands under a shredding chestnut tree? And a Henry. Chris of Pinkerton.
Blacksmith.
A blacksmith is right for your 10 points. Keep it up, teams. We've got 2 minutes to play. Which term is used to designate the positive terminal of a battery that is producing current? Randy of Pinkerton.
Anode.
Dover. Jonathan.
Cation.
Say again.
Cation.
We're looking for cathode. Cathode. Here's another 10-pointer. Identify the 2 U.S. presidents named James who served 2 full terms in succession. Josh of Dover.
Garfield and Buchanan.
Pinkerton. Yeah, I'm sorry, I think the buzzer beat you, Randy. It is James Monroe and James Madison. Here's another 10-pointer. Which European Civil War began in 1936 and lasted? Josh of Dover.
Spanish Civil War.
Spanish is correct for your 10 points. Here's another 10-pointer. Name the exiled 1970 Nobel Prize winner in literature against whom the Soviets dropped all treason charges in 1991. Brad of Pinkerton.
Shevardnadze.
Dover. Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Here's another 10-pointer with under a minute to play. What is the more common name for the Sequoia sempervirens? Adriana Pinkerton. Can repeat it all for Dover. What is the more common name for the Sequoia sempervirens, the world's tallest living tree? Marjorie.
Redwoods?
Redwood is correct for 10 points. Another 10-pointer for 10 points. In which Illinois city is Abraham Lincoln buried? Adriana Pinkerton.
Springfield.
Is right for another 10 points. Very quickly now, teams. Which Civil War general nicknamed Stonewall was accidentally Brad of Pinkerton?
Jackson.
Jackson is correct for 10 points. Very quickly, teams. How many lines can be tangent to a given circle in the plane? Jonathan of Dover.
An infinite number.
Can repeat it all for Pinkerton. We got to give him a chance at it. How many lines can be tangent to a given circle in the plane at a given point on that circle? Chris.
1.
Correct. That's right for the answer. There's the whistle ending our game. 285 to 280. Pinkerton wins by 5 points. Well, we don't get any better than that. Unbelievable game. That brings us to the end of round 1. Second round play starts next week. Be with us as the Indians of Merrimack Valley take on the Cardinals of Stevens High. What a game. Good night, everybody. See you next week. All right, everybody stay up here. You can all join up here.
Major funding for Granite State Challenge was provided by the New Hampshire Lottery, celebrating 30 years and $300 million to education in the Granite State. Additional funding was provided by Public Service of New Hampshire, energy specialists for homes and businesses throughout the state, supporting high-quality educational programming for viewers of all ages. Digital Equipment Corporation, where we believe a commitment to education is an investment in the future, everyone's future. And Lockheed Sanders, who proudly supports New Hampshire Public Television's educational programs on behalf of its employees and the community.